Well, they're in front. They're in front.
To the air right away, Mariota. Oh, he's going to take a shot.
There's money all around this motherfucker, though.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
This is Derrick Henry. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Well, once again, from all of us at EA Sports, happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, they right here in front of us.
Fantastic day on the couch, belt unbuckled, feet up. This, of course, the nightcap to... And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sand. Chase Young has now recorded...
You move too fast, bro.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Back deep, the former All-Pro Tyler Lockett. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week.
We'll run this shit to Miles real good, Jay.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
You got one. Nah. Almost got me one.
24 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position.
Almost got me one, but his buddy came down and killed me.
Just a yard on the first down carry.
Yeah, we're going to get back on this bitch tomorrow.
This defense for the Pats, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott.
And
seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks it.
Oh, that's that rebirth. Yeah, I kind of missed that shit. Yeah, I'm gonna play that shit again tomorrow. I kind of missed that shit. Yeah, I forget what it was, but then I played it. Yeah, I missed that shit. I'm gonna get to it tomorrow. What tomorrow, Saturday?
From harm, incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
I'm gonna get to that shit tomorrow. Yeah. I forgot all about that rebirth shit. Yeah.
So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of
Oh, you
yet.
didn't call me today. Oh, yeah.
Now Prescott. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Prescott to throw on 4th, eluding the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick.
What you playing, Buck?
They're going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
What you playing, Kush?
He was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage.
Kush.
Instead, he shifted the coverage also
Nigga
to the
Mike
right
moving,
and
ain't
threw right
saying
into
no.
it for an interception.
There you go. Kush.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in
Kush.
the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week.
Let me see what Boogie knows finna do. I'm gonna call right back.
It actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Mariota to throw it this time. Open man is Uzama. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Mariota now from the 50. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 36. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. A first down carry for Henry. And some room to work. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here on the second one. I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
On second down, here's Henry. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 46 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Here we go now on first and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on second and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. So they're back at the 7 now for third and goal. Mariota. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Calvin Ridley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Patriots use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issue.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play, because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he's got some space here. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. To throw is Prescott. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Bradley Chubb. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Kamara off the draw. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Vikings at 6-4 now on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here. Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. Touchdown, Vikings. Alvin Kamara, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are an extra point away from evening this one up. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going. Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. New England on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Mariota. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, I want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick. And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles. Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Trying to pound it in, Kamara. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Kamara trying again. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now the Patriots are going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Now Prescott on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down pass from the 5 falls incomplete, and the Patriots get the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful. I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator.
Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And he can't get away. Mariota goes down, and that is going to be a safety. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
He's got him in, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That goes as a gain of 36 on third down. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. On second down, Kamara. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but...
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Danico Autry in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. On play action, Prescott. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with a football. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on down. The Pats at the line ready to go. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. I see an extra defensive back on the field. A little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Now Mariota on 4th down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking, must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. That's another great play to come away with the football.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Well, definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. It's a decent gain on the ground. Call it 6, but it still leaves him with a ways to go on 4th and goal.
Decided to hit it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Fourth down, Prescott. Touchdown!
Jamison Williams.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Vikings will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And he's got it. So they try for 2, successful. And that bumps their lead up even further.
Long now will kick it away following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of it.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return. A scoop and score for the Vikings. So the Vikings bringing the offense back onto the field. They'll go for 2 here. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So a big play there. Not only the fumble return for the touchdown, then they get the 2-point try. And, you know, for the defense, though, they were just over there sitting on the field. They had to rush out to try to defend that.
You know, it's funny. They actually practice situations that they call sudden change when the team turns it over. I guarantee you no one practices a fumble return for a touchdown like that, and now someone goes for 2. Really good strategy by them putting them in that situation.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter. Here's the option going left on 2nd down. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. Incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Throwing again, Mariota on 2nd and 10.
This will go to Henry out wide. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Mariota now to throw on first down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
And he's going to get in for the 2 points, and that'll make this a 10-point game.
Patriots 15.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Now Prescott. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Following the interception here, Mariota. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. C.J. Uzomah, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Patriots have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Mariota will look to throw. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. And the lead is cut to 2 here in the 4th.
Patriots 23.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From the 10. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
And if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's going to pick up the Vikings' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. Play action now. Prescott. He hits his target, Lockett. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Tyler Lockett, 41 yards. And the Vikings are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. Here's Prescott. He's got it. And they will not go quietly as we are back to a 2-score game. Long now will kick it away following the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's Mariota. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Patriots are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. To throw, Mariota. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Dante Jackson picks it, and the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the 4th. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write an end to this ball game.
Yeah, I hear all the time how critical I am of play call.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Tyler Lockett with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Vikings look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
As we prepare for these games, we've noticed offensive coordinators have had an expanded playbook on 2-point conversion tries because they never know when they may have to use it during a game.
But that also means the defense probably has more for these situations too, right?
No doubt about it. I think for the most part, defenses will be aggressive on 2-point tries. They want to get after the offense and make them force the issue.
And here the defense wins. Now Mariota. And And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
So now on comes the field goal unit. And this will be shall we say, a rather optimistic try here. And one of the whistles for timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Open man is Uzomah. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked